Tom, first, I guess, full AFL pre-season. You yet to really get stuck into it, but how's it going so far?
Yeah, it's awesome. I've enjoyed my time so far. First big pre-season, obviously, and it's definitely got to me a little bit, like the training loads, but I think I've thrived in that sort of position, and being a bit of a running player, sort of smashed a few running tests and that, and feeling really good. So, pretty happy with how I'm going so far.
And it's only been really probably 6-7 months that you've actually been at the club. Do you feel like fully settled in WA and at the Eagles?
Yeah, definitely. It's probably till the end of the year that I got settled. Everything happened really quick. Sort of debuted within 2 weeks, and then next thing you know, it's the end of the season. So now that I'm here, had some time back home and come back pretty fresh. So definitely settled now. It's been great.
You mentioned that you were kind of struggling a little bit adapting to the training loads. What are you doing, I guess, to offset that and to try and make sure you are still fresh and still kind of getting through it?
Oh, yeah. No, definitely it's all about recovery in the AFL world, and I've learned a lot about that. Nutrition habits, and speaking to the staff about how I can get through these sessions, and they've helped me sort of manage my loads. And so I guess talking to them has been important. And now that I'm here now, I feel like I'm getting through it a lot better than I used to. So yeah, it's been good.
And you had such a promising start last year, but having now potentially a full pre-season under your belt coming into this year, are you excited about what it could bring?
Yeah, a lot more confidence now. Get a bit bigger in the gym, and feel a lot fitter now than I did this time last year, which is a great positive. And working with the coaches to how I can improve my game, and working through the midfield a little bit more, which will be exciting. And feeling a lot more confident this time around. So ready to go again.
You were very good across half-back sort of when you first came into that team last year, but then you go through the midfield later in the year and you go very well there as well. So was that your role for this year, do you think, playing through the midfield?
Yeah, I'm not sure how it'll look throughout the year, but half-back's still there, but I think more midfield time this year. Obviously it depends on game situations and stuff, but at the moment I've been training through the midfield a lot, so learning lots through there, lots of new craft things with Luke Shuey. And learning position a lot more, and hopefully round one I'll be in there, so that's the plan.
You've touched on training loads a little bit. Does the training look a little bit different when you're trying to train through the midfield? Is there more aerobic work or sort of more endurance work, anything like that?
Yeah, a lot of repeat effort stuff, shorter bursts of speed, a lot of power. I've still got some work to do in that area. Coming across half back, it's a lot of aerobic, more endurance. So learning to hit bodies, getting my contest work right, so working on my tackling and contest work, so that's been a big aim of mine, and progressing through that really nicely, so seeing some improvement, which is good.
Then in terms of your craft, you touched on Luke Shuey there, but you have some experienced guys like Tim Kelly, Jack Graham. I'm sure you're trying to learn as much as you can from them as well.
Yeah, which is great. Those two guys have helped so much. Me and Tim Kelly actually like to pair up a fair bit at training, and he teaches me a lot about just small little body craft things. So, and then Luke Shuey being a Norm Smith-Mellis himself, he's been awesome. So learning off two of the greats, feel privileged to learn off them, so I'll keep going.
What's the difference between like a week at a Richmond VFL program in terms of kilometres compared to like a West Coast mid-pre-season week?
Yeah, I think that's sort of why I said I struggled a little bit at the start, because Richmond were probably a few less Ks than what West Coast were per week, so it's ramped up a bit, but similar in terms of intensities and training intensities. So in that regard, doing well, but I guess the Ks are picked up, so just learning how to manage that a bit more. So it's been a challenging part.
Obviously with that midfield role sort of up for grabs, the potential to play a bit more footy alongside Harley, who everyone's sort of talking about how he's returned to pre-season. Obviously you weren't here this time last year, but what have you made of the sort of condition he's got himself into and the impact he could have this year? Yeah,
he's looking really good. He's put the work in over the off-season. He's looking a lot stronger, a lot bigger. He's moving really well at training. So I think he's picked off a bit where he left off sort of before he got injured. And I know he had a bit of a slow start to pre-season last year, and no slow start this year. So he's looking really good.
You played a bit of both in the VFL, bit on the ball, bit half back. Do you have a preference? Is there a certain way that do you like to have the game in front of you, or do you like to be in the contest?
Originally, I'd liked to be in the contest a bit more. That's sort of where I sort of grew with my footy. But when I went behind the ball, I can see the whole game and use my skills a bit more. So it's hard to say which one I like more, but there's definitely positives in both. Coming through the local footy, I think a lot of midfield is where I was. So I don't mind going back in there this year.
Have you had a chat to Tyler Brockman at all since he's come back? Obviously, he had some off-field stuff during the off-season.
He's been at training, still training as normal, but just sort of see how he goes. But just be his friend and mentor to him, and he's doing all right.
How do you get around your teammates when they're in, situations like that? It must be difficult for you guys as well to focus on what you're doing, but also be supportive to your teammates.
Yeah, obviously the big focus is on footy, so as a whole group, we'll support him. It's out of our control, so we'll just focus on our training and get through that, but definitely still support him through a tough time, yeah.
You mentioned that you're a bit of being a mentor to him. Is that a bit, bizarre to you? Because you obviously feel like a young player, only just come into the system, but in terms of the Eagles list, you're probably on the older side. Is it a bit weird to be young but also have a sense of responsibility?
Yeah, there's a lot of younger guys in the team. Obviously, I'm a second-year player, so I'm sort of hanging around those 19, 20-year-olds as a 25-year-old, which is a little bit strange at times, but to sort of be a bit more of a life mentor, a bit more of a mature head around the ground and off the field as well. So teaching those guys things, but they've got things they're teaching me in terms of the AFL environment, so I'm new to that too. So sort of both picking off each other, yeah.
Who of those young guys is impressing you so far, whether it's draftees or guys who might be pushing to make their debut early? Yeah,
I've really liked Josh Lindsay early. He's got a really penetrating left foot. Hamish Davis, second-year player, looking really fit, looking really strong. And obviously Dersma, Duff Tyler, he's looking great as well. So our young generation's very exciting, and I'm pretty excited to see where it goes for us.
Obviously, if you move into the midfield, there could be that half-back spot opened up. Do you think Lindsay, could be in line for a debut early?
Yeah, definitely. Unsure what the team looks like round one, but he's training really well through there. You got Luka Gregor, and then you got Starcevic coming back there as well, Brady Hoff. So spots are tough at the moment, which is great. A lot of depth for us, and even if I try and get back there, if I'm not playing well through the midfield, I'm not sure what that looks like, but hopefully hold my spot in there. But it's going to be tough to get back there if you find a spot. So yeah, it's good.
And Elliot Yeo as well. You haven't had a chance to play with him yet, but how's he travelling, and how excited would you be to line up with him? Yeah,
I think they're monitoring pretty slowly, so he's getting back out there kicking footies a lot more than he did last year. So that experience will help us so much. So we're praying he can get back, help out the young fellas, and be a good mentor for us through the midfield as well.
In terms of your motivation, AFL pre-seasons can be pretty sort of long and tough as you're sort of starting to work out, I'm sure, but then didn't get to taste a win at the back end of last year as well. So how big a motivating factor is that for you at the moment? How much is that driving you to sort of try to slog it?
I'm just thinking about that first win. I think I've lost 10 games now, so that's not really what I want to think about. I'm thinking about what our first win looks like, and I think it's going to come pretty early. With the group that we've got, the coaches are really pushing us hard, setting great standards. So I'm hoping that first win will be the first few rounds, and we'll certainly challenge teams a lot more than we did last year.
Just on last one, Fred Rodriguez, we saw him on crutches this morning. Have you had a chat to him? Do you know what he's working through?
I think it's a foot injury. Not sure the details of that. Physios are dealing with him pretty well, but I think he'll be off feet for a couple of weeks. So, not too sure, but hopefully as well. Yep.